but that doesn't help you much if they kill you, right? So a big area of nanotechnology and a big hurdle right now is the idea of how to begin to do toxicity assessment of the devices. So starting early, we started trying to measure as best we could at that time with in vitro assays and in vivo assays to try to begin to look at are these particular devices we're working with toxic. We knew that if we made them extremely positively charged, they could be very toxic, right? Left all the amines positive. This was a toxic thing, right? Which could be good or bad, depending on where it went, right? And so much of the in vitro measurements were done with XTT or MTT assays, just looking at cells and how many cells are left alive over time. Right, just looks at live cells using a dye technique. And the in vivo measurements were done with clinical toxicity tables, just looking at tables of are they mice moving, do they look ill, that type of thing. You have very specific measures you look at, and then weights, which is key for a lot of work in mice to look at toxicity. And then we've done serum analyses and some other things I'll talk about to begin to gauge are the devices we're working with toxic, right? So again, before we proceed full bore with something, are they going to kill mice? So this is a very, very positively charged dendrimer, right? And we saw some strange things. So this is an XTT assay just looking at cells in vitro, right? And these are B16 melanoma cells in vitro. And if you just had the dendrimer, just the polymer, they were extremely toxic, right? But if you made the composite with gold, which doesn't have a charge, right? Gold within the device, right? Same charge on the device, same 5 nanometer device. You shifted the toxicity. It was much less toxic just by adding the gold and forming a composite compared to the initial dendrimer. So there's some things